You know, most of us look up at the sky and see clouds as, well, just fluffy decorations. They're the backdrop for a daydream or a sunny afternoon. But what if I told you that some of those familiar shapes are hiding incredible, terrifying power? Okay, let's dive in and uncover the hidden world of the atmosphere's most hazardous creations.
This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We see them as peaceful, atmospheric ornaments. They paint the sunset, maybe signal a bit of rain, and give us shapes to find in the sky. It's a comforting, almost universal image.
But this is where things take a turn. Because behind all that beauty, the very same forces that create those gentle, puffy clouds can also unleash some of the most destructive phenomena our planet has ever seen.
So, before we can even start our countdown, we've got to ask a really basic question. What exactly turns a simple bit of water vapor into a genuine threat? Well, it all comes down to energy.
The engine behind pretty much every dangerous cloud is something called convection. The easiest way to think about it is like a pot of boiling water. You've got warm, unstable air that just shoots upward. And as it rises, it carries this immense energy and moisture with it, fueling these violent storms. So the rule is simple. The more powerful the convection, the more dangerous the weather is going to be.
So how are we going to rank these clouds? We'll be looking at 4 key things. First, their wind speeds, both up and down. Second, the kind of precipitation they dump, like massive hail or flash floods. Third, their electrical charge, which means lightning. And finally, any other scary things they bring along with them, like tornadoes. Got it? Good. Let's begin the countdown.
We're going to start our list with clouds that are actually pretty common, but under the right conditions, they can signal or directly cause some serious danger.
All right, kicking us off at number 10, we have a danger that I bet many of you have actually experienced firsthand. Fog. Yep, you heard me. Fog is technically just a cloud that's formed right at ground level. Now, it's not going to blow you away, but its danger is sneaky. A thick fog can drop visibility to basically zero, and that can lead to absolutely massive, deadly pileups on highways. It's a quiet, passive kind of dangerous.
Coming in hot at number 9 is a cloud that looks just as strange as its name sounds.
Mammatus clouds. These incredible pouch-like formations aren't dangerous in themselves, but, and this is a big but, they are a huge warning sign. You usually see them on the underside of a powerful thunderstorm, and they tell you that the air is sinking and extremely turbulent. So if you see these amazing patterns, it's a dead giveaway that the atmosphere is really unstable, and a severe storm is either nearby or just past.
At number 8, we're moving from a warning sign to a direct and very active threat.
The shelf cloud. Think of this as the storm's battering ram. As a thunderstorm barrels forward, it shoves a wave of cool air out ahead of it, and this shelf cloud marks that leading edge. The danger here isn't the rain, it's the blast of powerful straight-line winds that come right after it, which can do some serious damage. And remember that last point? We'll be coming back to it.
And at number 7, say hello to the king of the classic thunderstorm.
The cumulonimbus incus, better known as the anvil cloud. This isn't just a cloud, it's a fully mature, self-contained storm machine. When you see that distinct, flat-topped anvil shape, it means the storm's powerful updraft has slammed into the top of the troposphere and has nowhere to go but out. This is the mark of a storm that can produce torrential rain, huge hail, and intense lightning, including those terrifying bolts from the blue that can strike miles away from the storm itself. All right, we are now entering the top tier. These are the clouds that are linked to hidden forces, truly terrifying events, and the most extreme weather on the entire planet.
Number 6 is a perfect example of deceptive beauty.
Lenticular clouds, they look like something out of a sci-fi movie, stacked lenses, or even UFOs. They form when stable air flows over a big mountain range, and while they're absolutely breathtaking from the ground, for a pilot, they are an absolute nightmare. That smooth shape hides incredibly severe turbulence, these powerful waves of air that can literally rip an airplane apart.
Our number 5 spot goes to a cloud that every single storm spotter is trained to look for.
The wall cloud.
Okay, this is where things get really serious. A wall cloud is this isolated section that lowers from the base of the storm. And what makes it so unbelievably dangerous is what it means. The storm's updraft is rotating, and it's rotating strongly. You can often see the spin with your own eyes. And this is the immediate precursor to a tornado.
And this is so critical, so let's break it down. Remember that shelf cloud from number 8. As you can see, it's on the leading edge of the storm, and its big danger is straight-line winds. The wall cloud, on the other hand, is tucked up under the storm's base, and most importantly, it rotates. That rotation is the key difference. One means a blast of wind is coming, the other means a tornado might be forming right now.
Number 4 on our list is a cloud that's actually born from destruction on the ground.
The pyrocumulus, or the fire cloud. This isn't normal weather. It's created by the superheated air rising from a massive wildfire or a volcanic eruption. It can get so enormous and turbulent that it actually generates its own lightning, creating this terrifying feedback loop where it starts new fires miles away from the original blaze.
All right, for numbers 3 and 2, we've got a deadly pair. One is the terrifying warning, and the other is the catastrophic result.
On one side, you have the funnel cloud. It's a horrifying sight, a rotating column of air just dangling from the base of a storm. This is pure potential energy. But the instant that funnel touches the ground, it becomes number 2 on our list, a tornado. A violent vortex of destruction capable of leveling entire towns. The only difference is contact with the earth.
And that brings us to the undisputed champion, the most dangerous, most powerful cloud formation of them all.
The supercell. This isn't just a thunderstorm. It is a persistent, rotating, atmospheric predator. While other storms pop up and die out pretty quickly, a supercell is a self-sustaining engine of destruction that can last for hours and travel for hundreds of miles.
So what's its secret? How is it so powerful? It's all about rotation. At its heart is a rotating updraft called the mesocyclone. This structure actually separates the storm's fuel, the warm moist air going up, from its exhaust, the cool, sinking air. This means it doesn't choke itself out like a normal storm. This sustained engine is responsible for almost all major tornadoes, hail the size of grapefruits, and devastating flash floods. It is the creator of nearly every other dangerous cloud on our list.
Wow. After running through all of that, it's kind of hard to look at the sky the same way again, isn't it?
We've seen that clouds are so much more than just passive, pretty ornaments floating by. They're the visible signs of immense atmospheric energy. The sky is a dynamic, powerful engine, constantly churning, and understanding its language can be beautiful, fascinating, and sometimes incredibly important.
So I'll just leave you with this question. The next time you look up, will you just see fluffy shapes, or will you see the warnings, the beauty, and the absolutely incredible power churning just above your head?